Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, and you know what that means? It's Card Sketch Wednesday. And believe it or not, this is week number 5. I'm so excited. This is Teppy Schwartzel, and I am with Arid Desert Designs, and I am also an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I am coming to you live from beautiful Anthem, Arizona. I'm not sure what the temperature's going to be today, but it's been blazing hot. Yesterday was 111, and I don't know if any of you have ever lived in the desert. It is beautiful. I do love the dry heat. It suits me quite fine. I have lived in the tropics, and even though it may not be as hot, the humidity just killed me. So dry heat it is for me. Not sure what your preference is. Some people like the cold, some people don't like the heat at all. But on to Card Sketch Wednesdays. These are short videos, and they're just to give you an idea of how to kind of get yourself out of your comfort zone. I know sometimes we tend to go back to the same type of, what's the word I'm looking for? The same layout. I'm just looking for the video to make sure that it's up and running. And it looks like it is, and everything is straight. And okay, good. Now, one of the things about Card Sketch Wednesdays is if you make a comment on my video, then, and it would be great if you would share it, that would be awesome. And then there'll be a prize. Prizes will be given out and announced the next week. So you have a whole week to enter into the drawing for the prizes. And and I'll put all the information up on the products that I use when I get everything up and running, because there's a lot of editing. Sorry, my voice just went, because there's a lot of editing that goes on. And then I also post it to my blog, and I also post it to YouTube. Now you have 2 chances to win. You can make a comment here on my Facebook Live, or you can also make a comment on my YouTube channel, which is Arid Desert Designs, and that is all one word. For some reason, that's how it ended up. There are no spaces between those words. But I'll have all that information when I get everything up on Facebook Live. Like I said, you have a whole week. You have all the way until Tuesday afternoon of next week to post a comment and if you want to share, please share. And if you're on YouTube, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. That helps me get more videos out to you. Okay, enough for that. Now, this week, and what my card sketch Wednesdays are a little bit different than other people's. I'm kind of giving you maybe, sometimes I'm going to have the designer series paper in there. I'm going to have different layouts. And again, I'm asking you to try and think outside the box. These are just ideas and trying to help you get your creative juices going. Okay, so enough of business. Now, what I've done this week is, let me see which one it is. Okay. I've got a piece of, this is Bermuda Bay, and it is going to be 11 by 4 1/4, and it is scored at 5 1/2. Then I also have a piece of Basic Black, which is 5 1/4 by 4. That will be your next layer. Your third layer will be Whisper White, and that's going to be 5 by 3 1/4. Now, see how that that black just makes that white pop off of there. Now, what I've used is, where is it? I did not use the prize peony this week. Aren't you happy? What did I do with it? Okay, here it is. What I used this week is Ornate Style, and I used this large image. Now, one of the things, if you don't have one, I would strongly suggest you get a Stamparatus. This is a lifesaver. One of the things that I did here is, where's my other, there it is. I used the ink, also Bermuda Bay, and I stamped this image. Now, trying to stamp this image even on a large block is kind of difficult. The other thing that it's really good for is when you're trying to do sentiments. Say you're doing a swap and you've got 20 cards to get done. I will use my Stamparatus because it will be perfect every time. And if I didn't get enough ink, I can go back, re-ink it, and it will come back in the same spot. So just to show you how this works, I just put a piece of paper down so that it wouldn't get ink on my paper. Now, when you're using the red rubber stamps, you do not, there's a an insert, and this is padded, okay? When you're using your red rubber stamps, I just want to make sure I am in, I'm not off camera here. I'm really sorry. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little off camera there. Okay. All right. So we have two different types of stamps. Red rubber stamps, and we have, is this photopolymer? No, that's not. I know I've got some photopolymer here. Oh, here. These are the photopolymer. Photopolymer, yeah. Okay. These are the clear stamps, okay? When you're using these, you need this extra cushion. When you're using the red rubber stamps, you do not need that because it's a much thicker stamp, okay? Just a little hint. That's what I'm here for, is to give you some tips. Okay, now what we're going to do, what we do is we put our paper down. That's the wrong side. The other thing, when you're cutting, sometimes your cutting edge is going to give you a little bit of a raise on one side. And if you make a mistake and you have to turn it over and you have to use that side, one of the things I found is I take my bone folder and I just go over that, gets rid of that ridge, makes it nice and smooth. Just a tip. Okay, so now I'm going to put my paper down, and there are grid lines here so that you can line everything up the same every time. These are magnets. They are really strong. As you can see how long that one is? That's how long these were. If you click them together, they will break. Now let me just make sure I am in the right spot. Yep. And because what I did is I took my stamp with the stamping side down, and I place it on my paper. Just take that, pull it up, tap it down, and it sticks right there. Okay, so this is just, now you can do this one of two ways. I just went ahead and used the Bermuda Bay ink because I didn't want to color this in. If you're going to color it in with Stampin' Blends, you can use the Tuxedo ink. Okay? Just a hint. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, but not real heavy. I'm just going to touch it down, and I want you to see, okay, see, we missed some areas. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go back and re-ink our stamp. And I know I got ink on my fingers. And I'm going to show you how this all matches up. And then the real thing that you have to do is you kind of, especially on bigger stamps, you have to press it down just a little bit, let that ink sink into the paper, and look at that. Voila. Stamps perfectly every time. Okay? So that's just one hint. If you don't have a Stamparatus, that might be something you really want to get. Okay, and where's my chamois? I just want to clean that off so I don't get that ink on my, sorry. And I'll have links for everything in case you're interested in purchasing from me. So now we just take this image off, and then where's the one I stamped? Yeah, here it is. Okay, and look at the difference in the ink. The ink is going to sink into that paper, so it's going to, because I did this about 10 minutes ago, so it's going to sink into that paper and change a little bit in color. Okay, so here's my layout. Very simple, really easy to do. The other thing I've done is I have taken the Label Me Fancy punch and I punched out 2 pieces. I punched out white and a piece of black. Okay, first we're going to stamp it. I know this is probably a little bit longer than you expected, but this is like I said, this is a very quick and easy card to put together. A thank you. I always need thank you cards. Perfect. Well, that's a little off. Okay. Not good, Tep. Okay. Let's try that again. All right. There you go. Perfect. All right. Awesome. Now, the reason I punched out 2, a little hint, if you don't have every size die and every size punch, what you can do is go in, cut this. This is going to be behind the white label. Go in, cut the back piece that you want as a frame around your white piece, and just put a little bit of glue. That's probably a little bit more than I needed. And you're going to line that up. And now, whoops. Okay, we're getting there. Just try to get it even on both sides. Okay. And look, now you have a frame around your label that's going to make it stand out a little bit more. And you didn't have to have every size of die and every size of punch to be able to create that. That was made with the same punch. I just cut it in half and glued it together. And look at that. Like I said, a very simple card, a very simple layout. And the other thing I would suggest, my new favorite way to make a bow is just loop it and put your sentiment on top and you're good to go. Yeah, I know, a little crazy, but this is a simple, easy sketch, card sketch. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will see you tomorrow with my regular video on a full-length card. Now, one of the things I needed to announce is we had 2 winners from last week. One is Linda Bunce, and I believe I have Linda's address. The other one, let me get back to that, is, hold on a second. Bear with me now. Yes, naturally the computer is slowing down, as always. Okay, the other is Kathy Salse. It's S-A-L-S-E. And I'm going to need your address. If you could send me a private message, I will try to contact you and let you know that you have won a prize. And those prizes will probably go out by the end of this week, beginning of next week. The post office isn't real close, so sometimes it takes me a little while to get over there. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for making comments. If you make a comment, please know that you are going to be entered in a prize drawing for next week. Please respond on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. channel by 4 p.m. Pacific time next Tuesday, and you will be entered in a drawing for a prize. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me, and I hope I have helped you try to think outside the box. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.